Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So in my last video I was cleaning and organizing, decluttering the kitchen, and I mentioned that I should film another cookbook collection because it had been a few years. So that's what we're doing today. So I do have a few non-vintage cookbooks there stacked up, but the rest are all vintage. So starting with these, this is Better Homes and Gardens, but it's an encyclopedia set, so just has from A to Z. It's like 18 of them. John actually found the whole thing for I think $10 a while ago. And then I have just some random miscellaneous, which I'm not the biggest fan of how those are stacked, but I have these little ones. These are from the UK. Just have little recipe cards inside. And then I have this Betty Crocker Bizquick cookbook, which I don't believe I had last time, and it's like kind of the spiral bound ones, but it's tinier. And then I've got this is one of my favorite things I found. I think it was tucked into a cookbook that I got, but it's just one of those kind of little leaflet things. Probably gave them out for free at the grocery store or something. I believe it's from the 1960s, and then it has this kind of Kellogg cereal I've never heard of before called Pokes. It kind of looks like Chex, but one end is open. So it's one of my favorite things. It's very, very 1960s visuals. And then I've got another Heinz one. These are all kind of like, you know, use our product type things, but these end up being some of my favorites. So, and I've got some Betty Crocker 90s, kind of same thing. This holiday baking one. And then I've got this one. This one's quite a bit thicker though, but it was from Woolworths. Does anyone remember that? And this one has a lot of really cute illustrations, which is one of my favorite parts of vintage cookbooks. I think it's from 72, but had earlier printings as well. But so many cute illustrations. I haven't really looked through that in depth too much, but so now we're moving into the Betty Crocker section. So I have a few, I think I had most of these maybe previously, but I have some of those spiral bound ones. This outdoor one I don't think I had last time. This one is in amazing shape. We've also have this international one, which is quite thick. I believe this was maybe in the 80s. And then this working woman's, this has to be from the 80s because it was definitely like happening more in the 80s versus the previous years. And how I got started collecting cookbooks was when my mom passed, which is 5 years ago. She had these two Betty Crocker. They must have gotten wet at some point because they're in pretty bad shape, but she had them. I had to clean out her apartment after she passed, and I just couldn't bear to donate them, so I kept them, and then I ended up finding more of the same style, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. But I do only collect Betty Crocker and the Better Homes and Gardens. I might have a couple other ones, but for the most part that's just what I have, and I feel like I'm kind of at max capacity right now. So I do have the big Better Homes and Gardens binder one, which I didn't have last time either, but this is one that I wanted for a long time that I know I didn't have last time, so we'll take a little look at it. Also, the illustrations, they're just so amazing in this one, but I wanted this one for a long time. I think I did end up getting this from Poshmark maybe. I don't think I found it like in a thrift store, but I don't think it was more than $20 on Poshmark, so not too bad. I think I got this one around this time last year, so I haven't had it that long. I haven't really done a deep dive into it, but I love all the pictures and adorable illustrations. And speaking of that, the last time I posted this video, I got this comment, which I thought was so cool. And yeah, I just thought I would share it. And then also in Betty Crocker, I do have the little recipe box, I guess you'd call it. I just keep it over here on this shelf. And I do also have this. This is like somebody took the Betty Crocker original cookbook and like made everything vegan. I think it matches my kitchen really well. So, and I'm a vegan as well. But if you haven't seen this before, I think it comes in different colors. I think I've seen it in yellow, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it in orange too, but I just have the avocado version. But it's just filled with recipe cards. I believe all the cards are here. I've not like gone through and looked at them all, but I think I've had this for around 5 years. But basically there's a full photo on the front, and then the back side has like at least one, or sometimes there's 2 recipes that kind of correspond with the dish. And then I have all my Better Homes and Gardens here, but the other Betty Crocker cookbook I have is this Christmas cookbook from I think 1980. I love the illustration on the front, the like photo with the little buns made into trees. I quite like this book a lot. And then this kind of to go along with it, it's like another one of those, use our products one. But actually, this is one of my favorite cookbooks I own. I don't know why, but it's just so nostalgic, I guess, maybe. There's like a ton of things in there that I would make anyway. I don't know. I just love this one for some reason. I'm so glad that I have it, and sometimes I think about downsizing my collection, but I would definitely keep this one. So yeah, I don't know. I always make Chex Mix every year at Christmas. But there's a bunch of recipes in here. Every time I look at it, I think, oh, I should try that. So I definitely should start making vintage recipes more. I feel like I say that in so many videos and then I don't do it. I think part of it is because I have so many cookbooks, it seems overwhelming. Like, how do I find a recipe? But I also have this cookie jar one. That's not a Betty Crocker or Better Homes and Gardens. I just liked the cover. And then when I opened it up and saw this message, I just felt like I needed to take it home. So I did. And then I saw that they had this noted. So I flipped to that one. So maybe I'll try making that sometime, like at Christmas. This one has a lot of like very cool photos in it too. Like, I love this. It's like so nostalgic for childhood. I feel like this is probably late 70s, early 80s, just judging by the photos, but this is what they had written down, these holly cheesecakes. So maybe we'll try those. I definitely do really want to start making more vintage recipes. I was thinking maybe I should just, like, when I'm vlogging or something, maybe I should just do them in a vlog so I don't feel so much pressure to, like, sometimes I will film vintage recipes and then I just don't like the way it turned out, or something went wrong, and so then I end up not posting it. So I don't know. I still have footage from some that I haven't posted, like the Bisquick. Anyway, back to the cookbooks. So this is my selection of Better Homes and Gardens, which I definitely own the most of. So I just kind of grouped them together in like a similar thing. So I've got fruit ones, and the first one is a cranberry one, and then I go into salad and vegetables. So I'm not going to show you every cover because it would make the video so long, but I think this salad book is an earlier version than the other one, but I don't think they're the same. I feel like I've checked that before, but part of me does think, do I need to have this many books on just salad? So I don't know. I could see myself maybe downsizing in the future. We've got the Crocker Cooker cookbook, which is the old crock pot in the background. This is like a different kind of it's like a creative cooking set, I think. They're different colored. I think I have 5 or 6 of those, but then, I've got like Oriental and More From Your Walk. I've got pasta and then an Italian. So I sort of tried to group together like similar ones. A Mexican one. And then I've got a bunch of different meat ones grouped together, like sausage and all that. Even though I don't eat meat, there's meat replacements. So I could probably make a lot of these recipes using meat replacement, but meat stretcher. And we've got some barbecue ones, which I guess it's like coming up on barbecue season. So maybe that would be a good place to start. And this is another, it's barbecues and picnics, which is very cute. Another one of those same ones, the different colors. I think that set was from the 60s. And then we've got a meatless main dishes, which is right up my alley. I actually, and then we've got a cooking with cheese. I don't think I had that one the last time. And then so fondue makes sense to have that one after that. And then we've got a bunch of different like blender, microwave, food processor cookings. I'm pretty sure those are probably from the 80s when people were like sort of starting to get more into like fast cooking and easy things because women were working, and I don't know, but I love this cover of the skillet meal one. We definitely had one of those skillets when I was growing up. This cover cracks me up. I don't think I had this one last time, I'm not sure, but it's just so funny looking. That's why I got it, because it was so funny. And then we've got some like low cost ones and budget cooking. This calorie counter had to be from the 80s era. But the budget ones would come in handy now with the price of groceries for sure. I love this one too. I think this one's actually maybe from the early 90s, but for like lunch things. And then this one's funny too, His Turn to Cook. We were actually saying like maybe John should do a recipe from it. And like we'll post it on my channel. John's actually a pretty good cook, so, but it was just really funny the way it's like his turn to cook. And then I've got this crepes one, which I've never had a crepe before, but I know you can make them sweet or savory, so that might be something I could try. And then I've got a few more of those colored ones here, which I love the covers of them because they're very like 1960s. I really like this one a lot. So they're kind of, similar, like appetizers and entertaining and things. This holiday one is one of my favorites. This one's from the 50s. Love that. And then we're right back. I've got this candy one here, which kind of makes sense to have. I'd probably make things out of that around Christmas, and then we're back to the Christmas ones. And then because they would not fit down on the shelf, I do up here have a stack as well, and these are all like baking, dessert related cookbooks, and I figured I would just put them up here with my vintage mixers. So I'll just show you a few of my favorites. I love this cover, the dessert cookbook. I like when they have photos on the back too. I think this one is from the 60s as well. I love this cookies and candies one too. I have made stuff out of that one before, and then I do have the Betty Crocker cookie book. I think you can still actually buy this like on Amazon or like in a bookstore maybe. But I do like this one as well. I do really love the Betty Crocker cookbooks, like the photos and the little illustrations. This one's in a little bit of rough shape though. As you can see, some of the pages are like separating from the spine, but that's okay. I love the pies and cakes one too. I really should make more pies, but I'm not great at making pie dough and like just regular pie dough, but I'm gluten-free, so like I'm already having a hard time making pie dough with gluten in it, let alone gluten-free. But I know you can buy some gluten-free already made pie dough, so I could just do that and cheat. But I got this book around this time last year too, and it came with a bunch of little things in it, including a little envelope of Dream Whip, which is so crazy. But I love this book so much. The aesthetic is insane. I just love it. I wanted this one for a long time too, which I believe that I also got this one from Poshmark around the same time, or possibly eBay. I had just never seen it in all my years thrifting, so I figured I would just go ahead and get it that way. I think it was probably only around $15 or $20, so it wasn't, anything crazy. But yeah, I love this one. The back is also very cute. So I was very happy to get that one and the Betty Crocker picture book. So that is it for my collection. I didn't want to make the video too long and like show you every single book, but if you'd like, I will try to remember to link my previous video I did, because I think I did maybe go more in depth showing all of the covers in that book. So I think I took them into the dining room to film that. So I'll try to remember to leave that link below. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again soon.